my name is Sam Armitage. This is my validation section of the Innovation Challenge. So my target customer or audience was fishermen, and right now a lot of fishermen are practicing casting, or it's called pitching and flipping, at home, and they're having competitions with each other by seeing who can cast their lure into a bucket or cup first, or the most consistently. And basically the problem with that is that it gets pretty boring after a while, and especially if you're by yourself, it's not very fun at all. You get bored after 10 times doing it. So I came up with the idea to have a game that was basically like cornhole, but the holes light up and they have a motion sensor. So you can have two boards and you can either just cast into them on your own, or you can put them apart and have two players cast into them, and each player starts with half of their holes lit up. And when you make it into one of those holes, one of the other player's holes lights up, and once all of the lights on your board have lit up, you lose. So you basically go back and forth until all of the lights are on one side. So the prototype that I made, let me show you. It's just two cardboard boxes with holes in them. I got my ice fishing rods, which are nice and convenient for inside. And I had my girlfriend who fishes with me quite a bit. We basically said, ready, go. And because I couldn't make it so that the holes lit up, obviously, I put these coins on the shelf here. Then I put this roll of duct tape in the middle, and we would both stand on one side of it. And so let's say I made mine in on this side. When we said go, I would move this over to the next coin, and she makes one, she moves it back, and eventually, if it gets all the way to one side, that person wins. So that's basically how I tested that. That's also why the boxes only have one hole, because they only need one hole. And she said that it was fun, but she said it was kind of boring if you were one person. It was not really any different from having just a bucket or a cup that you're pitching into. So that would get pretty boring. So my idea is that, or the way that I'm adjusting my idea is I want to add a game mode where a hole lights up and it might stay for, let's say, 30 seconds. And you have 30 seconds to make it into that hole. And if you don't make it in, then the game's over. But if you make it in, then another hole lights up and it might be there for, let's say, 25 seconds. And it basically keeps going like that, and the times get shorter and shorter until you just run out of time. And that way you can pretty much have a personal record, and you try to improve each time. So that was my idea, to make it more fun for an individual person. Another way you could play individually is you could have one of the holes light up, and you can take however many tries to get it into that hole. But once you do, another one lights up, and there's basically a timer, say it's like 5 or 10 minutes or something, and it's counting down, and you just see how many holes you can get in that amount of time. And that way you can establish a personal record and then beat that personal record over and over, and hopefully have it be a lot more fun for an individual player. So that's how I validated my idea and updated it. Thank you.